Welcome to this gripping investigation. In 2017, a tragic discovery rocked a small town, leaving behind a tangled web of lies, deception, and suspicion. The case revolves around the mysterious death of Aaron Friar, a man whose life ended far too soon, found lifeless in his own home by his girlfriend. But as investigators began to peel back the layers of this case, the true story revealed a dark side of those closest to him. Tonight, we journey into the haunting details of the case that gripped the nation and shook a family to its core.
We can do this the nice way, or we can do it the hard way and I can release my bipolar. Let's make a deal. Do-do-do-do. Tell him to release Gavin. And Ellie, thank you. And I know I'm being recorded. You can keep that on there. Unless you're a nice cop, then I take it back. But if you're one of those two-timing, donut-eating piece of crap that don't like rules, a high school bully with a badge, I'm sorry, buddy, but I eat high school bullies for breakfast.
Aaron Friar's death was not an isolated incident. It was not an accident. His girlfriend, who had been the one to make the call to authorities, reported finding Aaron in an unresponsive state, lying in his living room. At first glance, it seemed like an unfortunate tragedy, perhaps a medical emergency, or even a sudden accident. But as the investigation unfolded, the circumstances surrounding Aaron's death became anything but ordinary.
You have a seat, man. That way I can sit down.
Well, you can sit down.
Yeah, well, I'm not allowed to sit unless you're sitting, so that way I can sit.
Yeah. That sounds good, huh?
It's kind of a nice place.
Yeah, it's probably soundproof so that people,
Well, people can get loud in holding cells, because sometimes we bring, like, drunks here from driving.
Drunks are the worst.
Yeah. Not a big fan of them.
Not a big fan of them. Like, I protect people, like I said. I try not to resort to violence.
Good.
I always try and talk to the person.
Yeah.
Her father is a drunk,
Uh-huh.
compared to what she's told me, and I've only talked to him.
It wasn't long before suspicion started to swirl, and the spotlight turned onto those closest to Aaron: his daughter, Ellen, her boyfriend Gavin, and their mutual friend Russell Jones. The more investigators dug, the more questions arose. Motives, lies, and alibis began to surface, weaving a complicated narrative that left police with more doubt than answers. But what exactly happened that night? And why did it take so long for the truth to be uncovered? Let's take a closer look at the key players in this story, starting with Aaron's daughter, Ellen.
He went into her room and laid next to her.
I don't like where this is going. Really? Did she tell you that?
Yeah, and that's why I got her out.
Okay.
So, yeah, we went down to the park. We met up there. I told her just, like, leave everything.
Yeah.
And just, like, get the hell out of there. Grab, like,
What
a bag
park?
of clothes. Union, I think.
Okay.
Unless people piss me off, then they become the, not really target in a bad way.
Yeah.
Just, like, target as in, like, someone that needs a firm talking to.
Okay.
Or a slap across the face.
Ellen Friar, a woman who appeared to have a normal, close relationship with her father, quickly became a person of interest. Her behavior in the aftermath of Aaron's death was puzzling, to say the least. As detectives spoke to those who knew Ellen, they discovered a pattern of behavior that suggested a much darker side. But was Ellen involved in her father's death? Or was there something more sinister at play, something deeper hidden in her relationships with others?
I don't want to explain why we're here today for you, and just have
I
you...
don't even know why I'm here.
Okay, I'm going to have you just sit and listen to what the story is. And...
Okay. Yeah, I have nothing to hide, so.
Okay, good. You were very cooperative with us on that last deal.
Except for, when the car, like, drove up onto the sidewalk, I was, like, a little bit startled. But you seem like a nice guy. The guy that I was talking to seemed like a nice guy, so.
No Sprite?
Perfect.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Now all I need is a cigarette and I'll be happy. But I doubt we can, though.
You want to get a smoke?
Sure.
Do you have any smoke?
I got some in my desk.
Are we allowed to smoke now?
Yeah, we can go outside and smoke.
Oh, outside.
You want to go outside and have a cigarette real quick?
Sure.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, because I smoke, I talk better when I have a cigarette. Because right now I'm, like, stressed out and I don't know what's going on.
And then we come to Russell Jones, friend of the family, or so he claimed. Russell's involvement in the case took a much darker turn after an intense interrogation. As police pushed him for answers, his stories began to unravel, and it became clear that Russell's role was far more significant than anyone initially thought. What was his motive? Was he an accomplice, or was he the key to uncovering the truth behind Aaron's death?
These bones are kind of mean. You know, I'll go good with these. These are furry. No. It wasn't really self-defense so much as it was defending her. It was, you're listening in on my conversations, aren't you? Camera off. Yeah. I don't care if you're fed
In
or
the
not.
following interrogation, Russell Jones was forced to confront his lies. The pressure mounted as detectives honed in on inconsistencies in his story, but the truth was elusive. His body language, the details he omitted, and the shifting timeline painted a picture of a man with something to hide.
The cops were nice. Very nice guy. He was actually pretty good too. Very understanding. Actually bought me food last time. And this time. Maybe I should talk to him more often. I wonder if I can be an undercover agent. Ooh, that's a really long one. I understand, sir. You do know I know you're listening, right? So listen here. Aaron Friar is my client, my protectee. I would like to see her. Asking. Being polite. I know you're looking directly at me, aren't you? The information I gave is not worth $6. It's worth a lot more. Red means you can't hear me. Green, you can. Gavin and Ellie are to be released to me because the assault her father did the morning of the incident, defending a female. Now here's the thing. I know the cops' twisted little pathetic rule game. And actually, sometimes I like to think that I invented the rule book. I'm not exactly bragging, but I use reverse psychology, which makes me be able to make you think it's not Gavin, but in fact, your own kid, by reverse psychology, making you look like the lunatic. We can play it the easy way or the hard way. I'm talking nice. You got two choices. One, put a bullet through my head, or two, for all the evidence that I gave you guys, right there on a silver platter, right there, down to the last detail. Not one thing missing. A whole list, step by step by step. Even a third grader could read how easy that was. For one, Ellie is still technically a minor. You want to play hardball? I played baseball when I was younger. I wouldn't go there. And I know everything that I'm saying is being recorded, and I'm doing it on purpose. I can easily turn the speaker off and rant, and then you guys will come in thinking I'm a loony because you don't hear me. Here's the thing. I'm not the one with the donut fetish. Give a cop a donut, and he'll want a coffee to go with it. Give a mouse a cookie, and he'll want a glass of milk. Give a moose a muffin, and he'll want something else. But here's my favorite one. What is it when a cop car is towed by a tow truck? Pulled pork. So, we can either tell pig jokes all day, or we can have a little chat. I'm very, good at convincing people, and I don't even use hypnosis. So, Ellie is to be handed over to me as soon as you guys can get her here. 2, Gavin is released so that when Ellie's kid is born, it can have a father. You want to see magic trick? Hocus pocus. 3, all charges are to be dropped, and every recording due to that is to be destroyed. I know cops are really good at that. Oh, I misplaced that file. I know your sick, twisted games, boy. 2 hours. Because I know Gavin has been put in a different holding cell in a different building. Release him, bring him here without handcuffs. You guys can hold on to the goods. I really don't give a So, we can do this the nice way and we negotiate, or we can do it the hard way and I can release my bipolar. I gave you guys what you wanted. Normally, it would take about 24 hours to get missing persons report if there wasn't evidence of blood. Then, if the person's missing for a total of 48 hours, hence 48-hour mystery, dumbass, then you do your little search posse. By then, Gavin, me, and her would be in California. Which actually, you don't really want that. Okay. You think I'm stupid? There's a number right there. Clock's ticking. Gavin, Ellie, there. Or I say no more. Punk. Ooh. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some bacon with a grease there and a grease there, everywhere grease all over the road. Whee! All the way home. 5 little piggies eating at the trough. Wait, no, wrong one. 3 little monkeys jumping on the bed. Wait, no. Hey, you guys want to hear another cop joke? 3 little pigs fell in the mud. That's a dirty joke. You want to hear a clean joke? You didn't scrub hard enough. Oh boy, that's not good. I should really have a talk with my bipolar side.
No, you shouldn't.
Yes, I should. Please send Gavin and Ellie Friar into this room, please. Thank you. Asking nicely. Scissors and pocket knives are nowhere on me, but my teeth are very sharp as well. I just found the wire that goes into the wall. And I'd really hate to get hurt by a cop. Or is it the other way around? I forget.
This room's recorded. It's got a mic.
And you turned it off earlier.
Well, I turned it off and on several times.
You really told us that last night is when you and Gavin walked over
Yes.
to Ellie's house.
Yep.
And that you met her at Union Park?
Yeah.
Okay, is what you told us.
Yeah.
Is that still true?
No.
Okay. So why don't we start from the beginning?
Okay.
And just give us you've been very cooperative and truthful. So
You're very intelligent.
Yeah.
So we headed over. We waited across the street, down the alley. We were waiting there till she texted saying that he's asleep. So I started wanting to head over, and right when I wanted to head over, she texts. So it's almost like she read my mind. So we headed over. He went through the gate, because we were going to go through...
When you talk about he again?
Gavin.
Okay.
Went through her window. I followed shortly after. Kind of nervous about it, but hey, it's what I do for a living. We got all the bags loaded out, and she said that she's going to grab the keys and pull the car around. While Gavin, I say, talks to the guy, but that's far from...
Did you ever climb through the window?
No.
Okay.
No, I only went through the front door.
Afterwards?
Yeah, after the beating.
Okay.
So earlier, at this point, what you told us was her dad came in with a gun and threatened him?
That part was not true.
Okay.
I just wanted to make it look like he was a good guy. And he is a good guy, trust me.
Who is?
Gavin.
So when you went in, what did you see?
Very scary face.
I think what you originally told us, that his body was still twitching when you got there?
Yeah, he was dead. Gavin checked his pulse and everything. It was still moving due to the gases and stuff and the chemical mixture within the body.
Okay.
I went through the front door, went straight to the bathroom.
Okay.
Because I was like,
okay.
Dead body.
What we're learning
Yeah.
is something that Ellie has been wanting to happen for a while. And that the three of you guys have been having those conversations.
I was not in the planning of... We've been talking about, like, moving her out several weeks. And then the big finale was make it look like he kidnapped her and put him in a car. Gavin would drive over state line to California. I was going to do...
You guys are going to tie him in the front seat of a passenger car with him alive and drive him across California?
Yeah, that was my idea.
Okay.
Killing was not my idea at all.
Did you know going over last night?
That Gavin was going to kill him? No.
Or assault him?
Well, probably assault, but I didn't expect him to actually kill him. Just like probably a few broken ribs or something.
I mean, is that something he talked about?
He talked about killing. I tried to talk him out of killing him.
But when they talked about it, what did they propose to do?
Take him over state line, cut the brakes or whatever, make him go into a gas station. Man,
All kinds of things got talked about?
Yeah, but I always popped holes in every system.
Did Ellie ever come out and say he's going to take a bat and do this tonight?
No, she just said that she...
Gavin says that she handed him the bat.
Yeah.
Go do it.
Did you see that?
No, I did not.
What did she tell you when she came out?
She said that she's going to go around the block, grab the car, give the signal, and Gavin would go take care of business.
So you knew when she had the car that Gavin's going to take care of business?
Well, I didn't know that he was going to kill him, but I thought take care of business as in, like, hurt the guy.
Okay.
Phone?
Yes. The red and black.
The red and black one?
Pattern.
Can you draw the pattern for me? So if this is the top of the phone?
It should be easy.
Okay.
Because my new name is Mike Smith.
Oh, I can already see what it is. Do you recall how they talked about that they were going to kill him, when they wanted to kill him? Besides the big...
Man.
of all these pages that I wrote down, the majority of this sounds fairly accurate.
Yeah.
It's just the gun stuff wasn't accurate?
No.
Okay.
I just wanted to make it look more helpful on his end.
You've told us several times throughout our conversation
Yeah.
that you didn't cause the death.
No, I did not.
Do you think he was awake when he got hit?
Probably just falling asleep. All I heard was, like I said, the thuds and the moaning in pain.
Any other stops after you left Aaron's house before you got to Almond Street?
He said he took his gray sweatshirt and put it in a washer over at a friend's house.
As the investigation drew closer to its conclusion, the truth slowly began to emerge. What appeared to be a family tragedy was, in reality, a tangled mess of lies, betrayal, and hidden motives. Aaron Friar's death was not a random act of violence. It was a calculated event, a result of tensions simmering beneath the surface for far longer than anyone realized.
We talked about it, but I wasn't really going to do anything. Kind of like I could say I'm going to punch a cop, but that doesn't mean I'm going to actually do it. I'm not sure what goes through women's heads. If men knew, we'd be able to understand women and not have arguments with their wives. She didn't say anything about him killing her. She just said, take care of business.
Did she say take him out?
Probably. It was a lot of things went on last night, and I'm still terrified that there was a dead body.
Did you send anybody text messages? Did you believe what we just did?
No.
Do you believe I'm riding in the car with a dead body?
No, I'm not. I might be blonde, but I'm not stupid. I'm only part blonde.
Ever thinking about trying to see
if I could be Mr. Popular because I have a dead body behind me? No.
No, or if Aaron needed help? Were you pretty convinced he was dead?
Yeah.
You told us that you were a high-functioning autistic?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you know the difference between right and wrong?
But the questions didn't stop there. As more evidence came to light, the puzzle pieces fell into place. What had initially seemed like a simple case of foul play soon revealed itself to be something much darker. Who ultimately pulled the trigger, so to speak, in this twisted tale? Was it Ellen, driven by hidden resentment? Was it Gavin, acting in a fit of rage or desperation? Or was Russell the puppet master, pulling the strings behind the scenes?
Her father, Aaron, tried to sleep with his daughter.
Okay. Do you think it would be wrong to kill somebody that's sleeping with their daughter?
It's not lawful for fathers to do that with their kids.
Would you consider yourself an intelligent person?
To some degree.
What is your diagnosis?
Bipolar, which I keep down with cigarettes.
Okay.
Be with the text either.
Were you upset about that?
Being a protector of females, yes.
Okay.
And if anyone tried to do that to my daughter, I'd probably grab a shotgun too. Because no one harms my family like that.
How did this...
Chloroform because it's not online anymore. Gavin told me that he knew some karate. I said, well, is there any pressure points that would not kill him? He said there were, and that they would try to, but I guess they didn't want to.
Is the reason that you brought the machete was kind of a backup?
Yeah, just a backup if he was to try and come at one of us. But I wasn't going to go like, I'm going to kill you. No, it's more like, stay back or I will. But it was never needed. So
if Gavin would have said, come on through the window, and Gavin's...
In this case, there was no clear-cut villain. Each person involved had their own set of motives, and each piece of evidence added to the complexity of the story. With so many conflicting narratives, the true story remains elusive, even now, years later. The authorities may have pieced together the facts, but the moral and emotional implications of Aaron's death still weigh heavily on those who were closest to him.
Would you then continue on with trying to convince him to, once he's knocked out, put him in the car and take him to California?
Yeah. It was one of the plans, yes.
What's the other plan?
My plan was to tie him in the woods, have a stern talking to him, like, you do not do that to your family. And hopefully that would scare him, and me and Gavin and Ellie would drive off and leave him there, and he can walk
go to
back.
California or somewhere else?
Probably just back to the house, and wait till my grandma gave me the RV, and then we were going to take my RV. That was the ultimate plan. Oh boy, why do I have a bad feeling about all this?
Jim's going to explain some things to you.
Bags, evidence, probably handcuffs are going to be coming next for all three of us because what we did, well, I didn't beat the crap out of them.
You told me that you spent a lot of time in the watching and doing detective work stuff. So
yeah,
this is a search warrant, okay?
Gavin's property?
No, this is for your body. I'm just going to explain that to you. Because part of what we're going to collect...
I have nothing on me except for my clothes.
Okay. Mike, part of what we're going to collect is DNA samples. And that's...
I'm bullshit. Search warrant can be ate just like my homework by my dog, which I never had.
So, Mike,
I ate
let
my
me
own
explain
homework.
something, Mike. Because a judge signs a search warrant saying that we're going to collect...
Oh,
DNA.
so a judge?
Judge signed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What stupid judge said that?
So let me read this to you, okay? It's long. In the Circuit Court of the State of Oregon for the County of Jackson, search warrant, you are hereby commanded to search a certain...
Commanded.
And Russell Pierce Jones, date of birth 7/11/95, who are currently in police
not
custody.
7/11. It's 7/1.
7/1/95? Okay. Okay.
You're going to have to tie me down in a straitjacket to get my evidence.
Okay, and that may happen. Okay, you've been very
Of course,
quiet.
I tend to talk out my ass. Just try not to stick your finger in my mouth.
I won't.
I will bite it.
I'll not stick my finger in your mouth, I promise you that.
I was protecting a kid once, and she had 4 guys hold my arms and legs down, and so she thought I was safe enough to put her hand close to my mouth. Let's just say she needed rabies shots after I bit her.
Don't bite me, please.
What really happened that night? Was Aaron's death the result of a tragic accident, or was it a deliberate act driven by revenge and greed? As the pieces continue to fall into place, we're left with more questions than answers. Thank you for watching this exploration into the chilling case of Aaron Friar. While the investigation may have drawn to a close, the questions that linger will haunt those involved for years to come. Stay tuned for more true crime stories that delve into the darkest corners of the human psyche.